Wait for a few people to jump on. When you jump on, tell me where you're from. Share and invite, please. Share and invite. I'm going to talk about something that's been very pivotal. Is that even a word? Pivotal in my life, you know, in business, and how it got me where I am today, right? So tell me where you're from. Announce where you're from when you jump on. And share and invite. Give me some hearts. So we got a few people on. Steven, what's up, Steven? Steven's a freaking killer from, is it Columbus, Ohio, Steven? Christian, another one of my students from Fort Walton, or is it Destin or Fort Walton, Florida? Josh, Orlando, another one of my students, killing it. Man, thanks for jumping on. Let's get started. So, look, I want to talk to you guys about, you know, getting uncomfortable, right? Like, if you want to take it to the next level, guys, you've got to get uncomfortable. When I say uncomfortable, like you've got to constantly be in actions toward things that make you uncomfortable with, like what? Your financial goals, your business goals, everything, right? I'm constantly uncomfortable all the time. If I'm not uncomfortable, I'm like, wait, what the hell's going on? I'm not uncomfortable. That means I'm not pushing myself. You want to push yourself to be uncomfortable. And it sucks at first because you're like, shit, man, I don't like being uncomfortable. This freaking sucks, right? But you got to push yourself to get to the next level. You've got to be uncomfortable. Like you're not going to make it to the next level being like, oh, okay, I feel good. I like my progress. I'm comfortable where I'm at. You're going to stay mediocre. You're going to stay normal, and you're going to plateau. You've got to put yourself, and it's going to suck because you're going to have like this fear and anxiety of wanting to not want to do it. But you got to push through that shit, and you've got to take it to the next level. You know, confront your fears and get uncomfortable. And a lot of this uncomfortableness is basically unknowingness, right? It's unknowingness of what you're doing. And the way to get rid of that is to build knowledge, right? The more knowledge you have, the more certainty you're going to have, which takes away what? The unknowingness, which takes away the anxiety. That's kind of a little hack I have, like when I'm getting into a new business venture or I'm trying to push through the next level, absorb as much knowledge as I possibly can, you know, about that particular subject that I'm trying to get into or whatever it may be. And then I take action with the knowledge. Because if you have the action, when you go to take the knowledge, it takes away that anxiety and fear because you know, right? You have that knowingness. So you have to confront that fear with knowledge and action to make some of that anxiety go away. Let me know if this makes sense, guys. Give me some thumbs up, some love, some likes. You know, this is basically how I've been uncomfortable since I was 22 years old. I've been starting companies since, you know, like I started a I started an oil change car wash up out of the back of my truck when I was 22 years old, guys. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing, right? But then I got myself uncomfortable, right? You just got to get uncomfortable, and you got to stay uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable, you're moving in the right direction. It's okay. Just stay uncomfortable. So, guys, you know, the reason I want to tell you this is because, I've been really uncomfortable the past probably year. I've been super uncomfortable. I've been doing big investments. You know, I just sponsored the 10X Growth Con. You think that shit was comfortable? Hell no. I just dropped 100 G's. 100 G's, guys. I dropped 100 G's to sponsor Growth Con. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to get uncomfortable. I wanted to push myself to the next level, right? And that's some of the things you got to do to take it to the next level. Like, push yourself. It's just money. You know, just like investing in yourself, right? People get hung up on hiring mentors and investing in themselves because, man, I get anxiety about letting this money go. Man, that money ain't doing nothing for you in the bank. Put it in your mind. Put it in your mind. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable paying a mentor. It's going to suck at first. But it's going to pay off way more dividends than that freaking money sitting in the bank. Put that shit in your mind, right? So, guys, the reason I'm telling you this is because you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable. Make yourself do things you don't want to do. And every time you do it, it gets easier and easier and easier to where if you're not doing things that make you uncomfortable, you're like, wait, it's gonna flip. You're gonna get anxiety about not getting uncomfortable. If you're not uncomfortable, you're gonna be like, wait, what the hell? I'm not uncomfortable. I need to get back uncomfortable. And that's where you want to get to. If you constantly keep yourself in an uncomfortable position and pushing yourself to the next level, your mind trains itself almost to want to be uncomfortable because you're used to being uncomfortable. But if you're always in that comfortable state and you're not pushing yourself, reaching for your goals, what's going to happen is, it's going to be hard for you to get to the next level because you're not getting uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable and watch how your mind's going to shift. If you stay uncomfortable for long enough, when you get back to being comfortable, it's going to be the opposite reaction. You're going to be like, man, I'm not uncomfortable. And it's going to give you anxiety that you're not uncomfortable. And it's going to make you feel like you're not pushing yourself like you have been. So flip it, right? Flip it. Stay uncomfortable for a duration of time. Watch and stay uncomfortable towards your goals and watch what happens. You're going to get to the point where it's going to be the total opposite. Like, you're going to want to stay uncomfortable. It's a weird thing, right? At first it sucks getting through it, getting to that point where, you want to stay in a comfortable state. But once you get in that uncomfortable state, it's like, man, this is cool because you're pushing through barriers, right? That's all you're doing. You're pushing through mental barriers to get to the next level. And then once you get to the next level, you're like, man, that really wasn't that bad. It was just the fear. Fear is an illusion, man. It's not even real. So push through that shit. Let's see. What up, Chris? What are we talking about today? We're talking about pushing through your fear, Anthony. Anthony's another one of my students from Houston. And getting comfortable, get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? And this applies to anything. This can apply to your wholesaling business, right? It sucks having a market, right? Because it's like you're putting money out. This goes for my students, right? All my students that are listening. I'm giving you the knowledge, through my course and mentorship. You got me in your back pocket. Take the money that you have for marketing and just freaking forget about it. Just dump it into your business and just forget about it. I know it sucks and it's kind of like, oh man, but that's the only way you're going to take it to the next level. And once you do that, you're going to push through a barrier. You're going to get some deals and you're going to be like, wow, man, shit, I took it to the next level. I did some deals. I let go of that money. And you turn, a couple $1,000s into marketing that you spent into, 15, 20. And then now you can go to the next barrier, the next barrier, the next barrier. And then see how you're staying uncomfortable, right? And then you have a success on that and you want to get uncomfortable again. As soon as you get comfortable, you're not moving fast enough. Like in my life, is every time I get uncomfortable, start getting comfortable, I set a bigger target. I set a bigger goal and make myself uncomfortable, right? All the time. I get into another business venture. I buy a big piece of real estate. Like right now, we're buying a big old, house, a rental property on the beach in Destin, Florida. We close on in a couple of weeks. It's almost $1 million house, right? But it does $100,000 worth of rentals. Do I have a little bit of anxiety about it? A little bit, but I did my homework on it, right? I have knowingness. I built knowledge around it. I did all my homework. I looked at the, interest rate. I looked at the math on it. I looked at the income. I looked at the expenses, and it's going to cash flow at least 35, 40 grand a year. So what happens is it takes away that anxiety because why? I built knowledge and I knew what I was getting into by having knowingness. So the way to strip away anxiety is to build knowledge and knowingness. You have anxiety when you don't know about something, right? That's all it's about, guys. So any questions? Steven's freaking killing it. Steven, how many deals you got in the pipeline right now, my brother? I think you got 3 or 4 deals for like 30, 40 grand. Anyway, guys, so listen, if you want to be a part of my program, go to chrisrood.com. I'm giving away GrowthCon tickets right now, executive seating. These are $6,000 tickets to come and let me mentor you. I'll show you how to crush wholesaling. And you're going to get to go to GrowthCon with me, right? Steven said 6 deals. Wow, dude, 6 freaking deals. How long you been in the program, Steven? I don't even think you've been in the program 30 days and he's got 6 deals under contract. So, Steven, was it worth the investment that you paid me to coach you? with the 6 deals that you have in your pipeline? Was that worth it? You know, I talked to Steven for like, you know, 2 or 3 times before we kept going back and forth before he actually decided to pull the trigger on my program. And look what happened, you know. He invests in under 30 days, guys, 30 days. You know, so was that worth the investment? Absolutely. You know, now Steven's got the little bit of money he gave me, his 10x'd, and it literally has 10x'd. And it was fearful at first. I could tell he had anxiety when we talked on the phone. He really didn't. He kind of, he's like, he wanted to do it, but he's like, man, he didn't want to let go of that money. And I hope you okay with me talking about this, Steve. I'm kind of telling you a story because I'm real proud of you, my brother. I'm real happy that you invest in yourself and you're doing really good in the program. So I'm kind of using you as an example. But, you know, he invested in himself, and he took that little bit of money and freaking 10x'd it, right? Let's see what Steven said. Haha, are you kidding me? I should have done it the first time we ever talked. Yeah, man. That's the hard part. Listen, the hardest part of, you know, my program is paying for it. Wholesaling is easy. I can show a monkey how to wholesale. You know, it's actually just the letting go of that money, investing in yourself, and pushing through that fear, guys. Push through that fear. You know, the biggest movers and shakers that I know, man, they invest tons of money into their brand, into their self, you know, into other mentors. You just got to let it go. Let go of that cash, man. I freaking stay uncomfortable. If I got cash in the bank, it's gone. Like, I'm putting it in something. I'm either putting it in my mind, you know, or I'm either investing into real estate or doing something with it. So let me know if this makes sense, guys. You know, I wanted to help you guys. I was thinking about that while I was exercising. I was like, man, you know, freaking staying uncomfortable. Like that's the key to success. And look, and the key, it's not even just that. It's making yourself do the things you don't want to do. Make yourself do the things you don't want to do. You know you're supposed to go out and exercise, or you know you're supposed to go out and knock on those doors or cold call 50, 60 people, but you don't feel like it. The ones that make themselves do it are the ones that become successful. It's all about little small decisions every day, right? These small decisions that you make every day to make yourself do the things you don't want to do, right? And staying uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable, make yourself do things that you know you're supposed to do that you don't want to do, and decide that you're going to do it no matter how you feel. And you will grow. You will grow from that. You will expand. Your mind will expand. Your income will get, you know, every time I put myself in an uncomfortable position, my income grows. Every time, right? Now, have I made some bad investments? Absolutely. If you're in business, you're going to make some bad investments. Have I lost money? Absolutely. But I've made way more money than I've lost. So just know that, guys. Put yourself in uncomfortable positions. Do the work. Do what's hard. Do the things that are hard. You know, do them. There's no easy way. There's no easy way to it. You know, you're not gonna make money by being comfortable. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. So, all right, guys. So look, I want you guys to come with me to GrowthCon. You know, book a call with me if you're not already a part of my program at chrisrood.com. And I want to help you crush real estate investing. I really do. Seriously, I really want to help you. I mean, it's a blast. It's a super fun game. You can do it on the side. Most of my students have full-time jobs and are doing it. I mean, Steven's got a full-time job. Christian, Anthony's got a full-time job. Tom, appreciate that, man. Great content. Josh has got a full-time job. I mean, guys, you can do this. It just takes some effort. It takes some marketing, and you've got to push through your fear, right? And you've got to get uncomfortable. So that's all I got, guys. So you know, please like, share, and book a call with me. All right, and I want to help you. Take care. Peace.